Welcome to your favorite Tennessee Titans podcast, Tennessee Titans Weekly. Jacques,
Halt.
Jacques,
Halt.
what's up, folks? What is going on, everybody, today? It's a great day today. Jacques, my phone hasn't buzzed this much, bro, in weeks. For those that are watching the show, would you all agree? There's been so much movement going on today, man, and today we are here to talk about it today. How's everybody doing today? Good evening to you all. Good morning, good evening, whatever time it is your way. Jacques, how are you doing, sir?
Man, I'm good, brother. Just staying busy. You know how we do, man. So
Yeah.
we're trying to get in. Like you said, it has been kind of crazy. All the news and everything, and just trying to stay up to date on everything. But we got a lot to talk about today, dog.
Woo-wee. Hey, folks, strap up, strap in, put your backpacks on. Hey, we got a show for y'all tonight, man. We got a show. We already got 26 people in the chat. Jacques, who we got out there, bro?
All right, let's go through. We got Toy in the building. She said, "Hey guys, what is up? What is up?" We got Amar. He said we stole that boy Ridley. Let's go. Keisha in the building. What is up? We got Sherrod.
What up, Keisha? What's up?
Team
What up?
leader in the building. He's Tyrell. What up, brother? Right. It's exciting. Yeah. Amar again. Let's see. Derek in the building. Got Ed in the building. We got Tremaine. They coming in.
Champ.
They coming in
See
slowly,
Kelly.
but you know
What
they're
up?
gonna be here.
Absolutely.
Yeah, bro.
We got Titan Override in the building. What's going on, y'all? What's happening, man? What's good? What is good,
Man,
y'all?
no. Yes, sir. Got Aiden in the building. Yeah, I know, bro. We got that boy Stanley in the building. What up, Stan? He said,
Stanley.
"My boys."
What's good, man? What's happening? What's up?
Yeah,
Man, y'all, this has been a crazy day. For real. A lot of news out there about the free agents. Of course, we're going to talk about the King. That's why I got on his jersey right now. We have a lot to cover. So, of course, we're doing a live chop up today. So, of course, we're going to have you all to be involved for sure. You know, you throw out them questions, man. We got a lot to cover today. So, Jacques, man, I don't know about you, bro. I'm ready.
Yep. Let's get it cracking, man.
All right, cool. Let's get it started. All right. Well, first of all, again, we want to appreciate everybody who just joined the show again. You know, we are in those internet streets. You know, if you have not checked us out before on Bleacher Report, check us out on Bleacher Report, man. Hey, the Bleacher Report is going crazy. Check us out on Instagram. Check us out everywhere. Hey, anywhere that's on the internet, except, well, we're on everything. We're out there, man. Check us out at Tennessee Titans Weekly. So, Jacques, so let's talk about the free agent signings. All right. Yeah, Rand is cooking, by the way. All right. So, folks, for those that have not, been attuned to what's going on, man, the Tennessee Titans have signed several players today, man. I'm going to go down the list real quick, Jacques. So, first, man, we've got Chide Awuzie from the Cincinnati Bengals, former Dallas Cowboy as well, man. He's got a 3-year, $25 million contract, man, 17.5 guaranteed. We have the backup guard in Sadiq Charles. We signed him for a 1-year deal as well from the Commanders. We got the speedy linebacker in Kenneth Murray from the Chargers, man. 2 years, $18 million deal for him. We got the offensive center in Lloyd Cushenberry from the Denver Broncos. Cushenberry signing a 4-year, $50 million deal, $26 million guaranteed. We got the running back from Memphis, Tennessee, Tony Pollard, Dallas Cowboys. He's here as well, 3-year, $24 million deal. And the biggest free agent signing that we just did over an hour ago, Calvin Ridley, 4 years, $92 million, $50 million guaranteed from the Jacksonville Jaguars. So for those that don't know as well, entering today, Jacques, the Tennessee Titans led the league in salary cap. $75 million of free money. You know what I'm saying? So we got the paper. So when you got that paper like that, hey, man, it's there for you to spend. So, Jacques, question for you, man. So going down the list, and those in the comment section, man, throw your comments out there. Tell us how you feel as well. How do you feel, sir, about the free agent signings?
It's exciting. We also we got Mason Rudolph. Thank you, Keisha. And then we sign Julius Chestnut also. And the kicker, we signed Nick Folk as well.
Nick Folk and Morgan Cox, the long snapper.
And Morgan Cox. Yep.
Yes. Those highlighted the big free agents.
Oh yeah, you had the A pluses.
Yep.
How I feel, man. Before we get the damn start, but Stanley with the $10
Okay.
super chat. He said singing. Somebody's cooking at Rand's place. Cooking up a storm. I know. Somebody's cooking at Rand's place. He's the greatest chef I know. I like that, Stan.
That's Rand right now, man.
Yes,
That's
sir.
Rand. He's literally cooking, literally in the kitchen as we speak right now, for real.
Yes,
You know
sir.
what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So Stanley Wilson, hey, Stanley, as always, bro. Hey, we appreciate it, Stanley. Hey, as we always do, bro. Do-do-do-do.
Oh,
Stanley Wilson in the building. My picture didn't come. There it is. Boom. Stanley Wilson in the building. And not only in the building, Jacques, in the building early. Stanley, we
man,
appreciate it,
super
bro.
early. Yes, sir. All right. So appreciate that, Stan. Thank you for supporting the show. Thank you for always donating, man. We really appreciate that. But how I feel, man, it's exciting. We could tell we're going in a different direction, and it's the direction that I like. It's the direction that I want to go in. It's the direction that I kind of expected us to go in. Um, the Calvin Ridley one was really, really, really a really big shock because I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting a receiver and a big, big splash, but the Calvin Ridley addition, man, is really, really huge. But the trend that I'm seeing, yeah, we got a mix of old and young, but speed, athleticism. You could tell we're going in a different direction with our scheme of the people that we picked up, like Pollard. I know we'll talk about Henry here in a minute, but the Tony Pollard is an underrated running back in this league, man. It's been pretty solid for the Dallas Cowboys. Awuzie, man, before he got injured, he was balling, man. He was that almost number one ish shutdown ish corner type style, right? And then he got hurt, and then he's coming back. And he had a decent season last year. You know, when you come back, you're trying to get your feet under you. So I feel like he's done a very good job at that. I think the most underrated one is Cushionberry because we need a center. He's a super upgrade over when Brewer when what we had with Brewer. He's
Facts.
bigger, he's stronger, more athletic. LSU guy when Joe Burrow was there, so you see the connection there. Also, uh, with Murray, man, the linebacker. Now, again, I still feel like we need to get one more linebacker in there. I know we have our guy that was balling out like on the latter part of last year, but Murray is solid, right? He's pretty good actually when you look at his stats. I know we wanted Alziz to bring him back, but you know it's like an even exchange almost. And of course, he does a very good job at rushing the passer. So these signings, man, are not only exciting, but they make sense from a scheme fit, from a financial fit, from a culture fit, right? You can tell they're trying to establish a culture and a new culture, right? And trying to get that old taste out their mouth. So, man, I'm excited. What about you, Hawk?
Facts, no paper, Jacques, on everything that you said, man. Hey, a lot of smoke coming through from what you just stated. We got other folks joining the show. Rodney G in the building. What up, Big Mike? Al P in the building. What's going on? Bryce Tubbs. We got Cat Nelson in the building. Hey, we appreciate y'all always joining into the show, man. We got 49 folks in the show as we speak. So, Jacques, this is what I'm thinking, man. So, you and I have been talking since the beginning about Rand Carthon, right? And some of the hate that he's been receiving on the radio station. You know, I had a flat out argument on the radio station 2 weeks ago with Jared Stillman. And, you know, and have other people have called in, you know, speaking bad about Rand Carthon. Listen, I don't know about you all. I'm on a religious fast right now, man. So I'm right now begging for food. But you know what? I'm fine right now because this young man right here is cooking. Okay, he's on the stove. He's got pots and pans. He's got seasoning salt everywhere, man. This guy is cooking. And what I've liked so far about the free agents that we received so far, man, is again we're number one in the league in salary cap. So what does he do? He didn't spend everything, right? We still got money that we can even carry over for next year. But we filled in spots, right? And to your point about David Kirschenberry from the Denver Broncos, this guy here, man, is as solid as you can get, man. You know, he's one of the best centers that was in the league last year. You know, the deal itself, man, this guy's a 6'4", 320-pound lineman here. And so this guy here, man, gives the Titans a lot of size, a lot of stability at center. You know, the center that we did have. Now, Aaron Brewer, a shout out to him. He got a deal with the Miami Dolphins. But Aaron Brewer is my size at the offensive lineman, right? So Cushenberry played every game last year. He did get hurt a little bit upon a growing injury. But overall, you know, when you look at the strength of the Denver Broncos, it was Lloyd Cushenberry. This guy is a huge pickup for those that don't know, because our interior lineman is a huge need for us. So I'm really excited that we brought him in. And to your point about Calvin Ridley, yes, you have folks that are saying he's being overpaid. You have people comparing him to A.J. Brown's contract. Folks, if A.J. Brown was a free agent today, he would ask for $30 million. Okay? That is the market. Calvin Ridley got paid to the market. So, do we need a receiver? Absolutely. That might change the outlook of this team. Calvin Ridley is a bona fide number one receiver. We got him. He made the deal here. He stepped up. He bet on himself. We just need to keep him away from Vegas. We need to keep him away from gambling. Okay, I think that's the biggest part there. But Calvin Ridley is really a good receiver, man. So we got him. And when I look at everybody else, man, when I look at Awuzie, a 29-year-old corner, man, this guy's been in the league for 8 years. He knows what he's doing, man. Former Cowboy, former Bengal, a surefire corner. Dealt with some injuries last year, but I do feel he will be good. We needed a corner big time, man. And Kenneth Murray, and I've shared this with you. For those who have never seen Kenneth Murray play, he plays a lot like Al Shahir. He's a speedy linebacker. He plays from north to south, east to west. Makes a lot of tackles. This guy fits our scheme. Not so much with the Chargers, but he fits what we do when we have a free-wheeling linebacker out there, middle linebacker. So those guys there, along with Tony Pollard's a big pickup as well, man. Tony Pollard's not going to be a primary back. You got him and Tajay Spears, both of them sharing the backfield. So, again, that gives us a different dynamic, speed, receiving, and things like that. Of course, we're going to miss the king. But at the end of the day, it's a business. We got Tony Pollard, a younger back, that 3-year deal. I am completely excited because this is not normal for us to get so many free agents at one time. So shout out to Rand, shout out to the organization and wanting to get things changed. Welcome to Nashville. Tighten up. Where you at?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And we got Raven 76B Morning. He says, salute my brothers. I'm blessed with having Derrick Henry in Baltimore. What worries is Coach Harbaugh. He will not use the king in big moments and go away from identity. Salute, man. Y'all should be excited, man. Y'all. And again, we'll talk about that in a minute. But yeah, man. Yeah, most definitely. We got more folks in the building. We'll wait and we'll get to the chop up. You said what?
Yep. I said, shout out to everybody in the comment section, man.
Oh yeah. Most definitely. I know y'all got questions, so we're gonna try to run through this so you can get to our favorite part of the show. So Hawk, what do you think about the players that we lost?
So I did have a headache a little bit on some things, right? As far as some of the players that we lost. I understand it's a business. I do get that. I do understand. And I think the biggest headache that I got, Jacques, is that several of these players are going to our rival. They're going to Houston, right? When you look at Al Shahir, the linebacker, you look at Danico Autry, our defensive tackle, defensive end. They're going to Houston literally in the same division, right? And contractually, Danico Autry's contract, I felt could have fit. I think we could have signed him. Of all the players, as much as I'll say Derrick Henry, I think of all the players, Danico Autry was a big loss if you ask me. You know what I mean? I understand it's a business and hopefully we can replace that. But if you look at, if you guys look at the players that we did lose, again, we lost Danico Autry, the talented defensive tackle and Jacques, shout out to you. He was like, man, this man is going to play for every team in the division. That's what it seems like, right? But he's a veteran, led us in sacks last year. He loved being here, man. Now he's going to a very talented Houston Texans team. I'm actually more crushed about him maybe than anybody, man, because I like Danico Autry. Now, Al Shahir signed a pretty good contract. He did his prove-it deal. He's over in Houston as well. Shout out to Al Shahir. He's a hell of a linebacker, fifth in the league in tackles. This guy here is a playmaker at linebacker. So having to see these guys, twice a year, I think that's going to be the biggest headache of anything. Sean Murphy-Bunting is going to Arizona. It's kind of ironic that those players all had prove-it deals and they proved it. But, of course, Derrick Henry, again, he's my favorite Tennessee Titan of all time. That's why I got 4 or 5 Derrick Henry jerseys. I'm happy for him because I know he wants to go win a ring. Again, it's all about business, man. So I feel like this, man. Look, it's a new direction. I understand it's a business. I understand players might look at Tennessee and think, well, look at Houston. Look what they have. They got a young quarterback. They got young defensive guys. They got young receivers. They are ready to win right now, and they got the money. So if I take the same amount of money in Tennessee than I can in Houston, I'm going to Houston. And I get that. It's a business. So as a fan, I hate to see good players go, especially a legend like Derrick Henry. but you can't get too emotional in it. It's a business. That's how it operates. So that's how I feel about it, Jacques. What about you, bro?
Some of it was expected. Matter of fact, I think a lot of it was expected, especially the Derrick Henry departure, which I was preparing myself for that. And I actually prepared myself last year for it. It's like we've seen the last of him, and he's trying to ultimately do the ultimate thing in the sport is win a ring. He went to a organization that he has a good chance to do that, right? The Danico Autry departure, I think, was like you said, the biggest, I guess, point that I had was like, okay, we could have brought him back, but I understand the age aspect behind it. Do you get younger? Do you replace him with the same type of style of player? Again, it depends on the scheme, and if the scheme is not conducive to what Autry is going to be fitting in, then I understand it from a business perspective and a scheme fit. Um, Again, I know Christian Fulton's gone. Al Shazier, man, it would have been nice to bring him back and pair him with Murray because that would have been a hell of a linebacker duo. But I understand you want two different styles. You want a run style and you want a style that can cover, right? And so I think they already had it in their mind. And I believe, man, this is how far Rand thinks in the future. So he probably already had this. He probably has a free agent board like he has a draft board, right? Just probably does. He's like, okay, well, I got this. This is my plan here. This is my plan. This is what I'm planning on doing. And he probably already had his mind made up. Hey, you come here, prove a deal. You're going to prove it either here or somewhere else. And that's what they did. Like you said, they proved it. They went to Texans. Even though they're going to the Texans, it is our rival, right? Texans are loading up as well. I get it. But again, the departures that we have, even though it sucks, I understand it from a business perspective. So I get it. And again, the Henry thing is like, yeah. So yeah.
Yeah. I got you.
Yep.
Facts, no paper, Jacques. Facts, no
Yeah.
paper, sir.
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
brother.
Well, cool. So, Jacques, looking at everything too, man, so looking at the fact that we signed these players, in particular Calvin Ridley, David Lloyd Cushenberry, excuse me. Looking at these free agents, what does that do for our draft strategy, which is only a few months from now? What do we do now? Does that change our strategy for the draft? Shout out to the 51 folks in the chat, by the way. Appreciate it.
No, to me it doesn't. You either
Oh,
gonna get a tackle at 7, or you're gonna get a receiver, or I will add this. This does give you a more flexibility to say if you want to go for a Brock Bowers. Now, Brock Bowers at 7, is it worth it at 7? If that makes sense, can he be that Travis Kelce, which you can add to the fold? I mean, literally, you bring him in this offense, this is even gonna get even gangster. But just if I'm going to go with the original question, was original draft strategy, which I think you had us with a left tackle with the 7th pick, and I think the 38th pick you had a receiver, and it was flipped for me. It doesn't change because in these days and age, we need offense, we need weapons. So it doesn't change. If they get a left tackle, cool. Now you go out and get your receiver because you can't have too many receivers. So no, it doesn't change for me. What about you, Hawk?
gotcha, Jacques. Bro, I'm gonna tell you this, man. Not that because like we always say, facts, no paper. There's no paper in front of us. We know what we're talking about here. And Jacques,
Yep.
and I'm not reading anything or carbon copying anything. I'm saying the exact
Oh,
same way. No, absolutely not. Hell no, actually. I would say,
right.
man, listen, when I look at the 7th pick, man, I'm right now still sticking with the offensive tackle to draft at this spot because if anything, with signing Calvin Ridley, this has actually exasperated this situation. Like, okay, we got to get him now. We got to get a lineman now, like tomorrow. So I actually feel like, hey, stay at 7, get an old tackle. I wouldn't be mad if we get a receiver. I won't be upset about that. But I think if anything, man, you stay there. We need linemen. We got a center now. We got some young guards. Let's get that left tackle sold up, man. Let's get that guy sold up. So it doesn't change. Now, if we had picked an offensive lineman as far as a tackle, yes. But center is a need, but it's not a need to get in the first round, right? So no, it doesn't change the strategy for me in the first round. Second round, I'm still saying receiver. I think the only trick to this, though, Jacques, the Titans could end up picking up a corner in the second round if they feel that way
Mm-hmm.
to say we're good at receiver, right? Like Traylon
Yep.
Burks, you need to step it up, right? You are a first
Mm-hmm.
round pick. You need to step it up. But I still say wide receiver. That's my preference. You know what I mean? I see a comment in there as far as trade back and get more picks. We'll definitely talk about that. There's some intrigue in that, but I'm staying at 7, Jock. That's just my opinion, bro. That's
Right. Okay. No, good stuff. Good stuff. So, like I said, we
yes,
want to
sir.
get to that chop up. So I know Derrick Henry is your
Absolutely.
favorite Titan of all time. Okay. And so with him moving and the departure of him, and before we continue, man, shout out to our guy Damon with the $20 super chat. And he is giving the king a
Damon.
thank you. And we got another super chat with D being the Brown. Derek Brown gets Snead and draft the corner from Toledo. I like what you're thinking, my brother. He get the $1.99 super chat. So,
Me as well.
brothers, again, we appreciate everybody that
Absolutely.
supports the show. Thank you. And Hulk, go ahead, cue that
Yep.
noise, my brother.
So we had Derek Brown, and who's the first one?
It is Damon.
Damon. Okay. Derek Brown and Damon. Do do do. Why's the picture not coming up? That's weird. Okay. Do do do
Boom.
do. What up? Hey, thank you all for the super chat. Damon and D Brown, we appreciate it, man. Thank you kindly for the super chat, man. For real.
That's
So
funny.
you were asking me about Derrick Henry, right? That what you're
Yeah, I
asking
know
me?
that's your favorite player, man. And the departure of him going to your team that you hate the most. How do you feel, man? Because I don't know if
Hate
people
him.
are new to the show, but
I
you
hate
know,
the
there's
Ravens.
two things that Hawk like. Well, Hawk likes and Hawk don't like. Hawk loves Derrick Henry and he hates the Ravens. So go ahead, talk to us.
Let me tell you what hurts, man. All right. This hurts more than anything seeing this, right? Ah! Damn, man. Ah, man. Ah! Woo! I'm gonna sit the picture right there for a second so y'all can see it. It's a 3-tier picture. You can see me, Jacques, and the King, right? All right. Seeing this right here is a heartbreak. I don't mind Derrick Henry. Hey, listen, I want him to win a Super Bowl tomorrow, okay? He deserves it. No one should wear the number 22 here ever again for Tennessee. I've been a Derrick Henry fan since day one. When he was on the bench, I kept saying, man, what are we doing? Put Derrick Henry in the game. So many people can vouch for that. And I'm like, I've seen him in college, knew what he did in high school. This man is unbelievable. Put him on the field. Seeing him in a Ravens jersey is heartbreaking. You know, we don't have to see the Ravens unless say like it's a playoff game or something, but we don't have to see him. I'm happy for Derrick Henry. I really think it's a great fit for him because that's what they do. They run the ball. I mean, him and Lamar Jackson's damn near running back himself. They're like Nebraska, right? Tommy Frazier and Lawrence Phillips out there. I'm happy for the King. I want him to win a ring, man. You know, I understand it's a business. We're going in a different direction. Shout out to the King. Hey, bro, we got plenty of my kids grew up watching Derrick Henry, man. This guy here is one of the greatest Titans ever played. This guy's a Hall of Famer. This guy's unbelievable. The best running back in the league over the last 10 years is that man right there, the King. Shout out to the King. Good luck to you, brother, though he plays for the team that I can't stand. I appreciate the King. The best play I've ever seen in the NFL live, I've been to so many games, was the 99-yard run game that he had against the Jacksonville Jaguars. I lost my voice after watching that. Could not believe it. The crowd lost their mind. That's courtesy of Derrick King, the man. What about you, John? I'm going to put this picture back up, man. What about you, bro?
I mean, again, I was preparing myself last year for this, man. And so it stings. And I understand the business aspect, and like you said, I'm gonna miss seeing him do his thing because like you said, I was at that game to see the 99-yard run and to see how it just transpired. If I'm editing, I'm just putting a edit each time. He's just doing something crazy. So I was there to see that. I've seen a lot of just the King, man, and just to see how his career is taken off and how it took off. Remember, I think we had a conversation that year. He kind of broke out of his shell and got 1,000 yards in 4 games, man. I was like, I've never seen nobody do nothing like that. I said, what the hell, man? This man, 4 games and got 1,000 yards. I said, dude, and he came back with a vengeance the next year, and I think he bust for the two grand, and then he just kept going and going and going. So to see him go over to the Ravens, I mean, be more 74. And thank you for watching the show, by the way. Can the Ravens use them right? I think that's the biggest thing, and I think I've said that same sentiment. It's like you going to the Ravens, bro. It's a nice organization. A lot of ex Titans, man. Actually, it seems like a retirement home for Titans. Once they hit their peak as a Titan, they go to the Ravens, man, and they do pretty good with the Ravens, like D Mace, Steve, Samari Roll, man, you name it, man. They've gone there, and it's like it's almost like the teams are very similar in a lot of ways. Just the Ravens have been able to get over that hump of just doing the thing. Now you add the King in the backfield. If Harbaugh can, I'm intrigued about is to see how they use them. The Titans always knew how to use them, right? We knew how to use the King. It's like, okay, it's like I'm giving you, say if this is like my Ferrari and I'm tired of my Ferrari, or the Ferrari has to go, and I'm like, all right, well, I'm not even gonna say Ferrari. He's an F-150. We from the South, so they give you an F-150, and I'm saying, Hawk, here's my F-150. Use them right, right? If I got a stick shift, it kind of pulls when I put it. When it messes up when I get in second. So this is how you have to do it, right? So I'm just curious to see how Baltimore would take care of him. That's the only thing I want. Just like your kid going to college, man. Take care of my guy, right? That's all I ask y'all. Take care of my guy. Make sure my guy is paid for. Make sure my guy gets what he wants. And he has to remember too, he's going to a team, man, where they run the ball. So they got a lot of great runners. And I think the best runner on the team is Lamar Jackson. So it's gonna be a lot of things catered to him as well. So will he still get the same amount of carries? So I think that's my biggest thing. Yeah, I'm gonna miss him, but make sure y'all take care of him. Right? Take care of my guy. Don't do him dirty.
Yes,
Make
sir.
sure he's straight. And like I think Keisha said, somebody said, I think it was Keisha, man, bro, come on back home if you want to retire. Don't retire Raven because they didn't birth you, my guy.
Yeah,
You come back to the
that's
Titans,
right.
man, and you retire a Titan. So that's my thoughts on it, man. I hate it, but I understand it. But I was prepared myself.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. Well, we got a lot of comments about that as well, too, man. Seems like that's a sore spot for a lot of us, man. And hey, I understand this man has been the man for us for many years, man. You know, many reasons why people would watch the Titans was because of the King. So I get it,
Mhm.
man. I really do. So Jacques, man, are you ready for our favorite part of the show, man?
Man, let's get it cracking.
Let's get it cracking, dude. Let's get it cracking. All right. So for those that are new to the show, man, this is our favorite part of the show, man, which we call the live chop up. Again, we give you guys an opportunity, man, to sit at the dinner table, cut up the ingredients, get everything on the table, man, chop it up, man. Listen, if you have a question, fire those questions off. If you send a super chat, that super chat will supersede any question that comes up to the plate. So again, this is an opportunity for you to ask questions. We'll put it up on the screen. We'll fire them off, man. Let's get to it.
All right, so I want to get to Big Mike's question first. He says, off the Titan subject, what do y'all think about the Kirk Cousins contract? Oh, what do you think about Mr. Kirk Cousins contract? Is that contract fair, crazy, cool? What you think?
Well, generally speaking, he's overpaid. Generally speaking, right? You know, it's a lot of money that's on the table that he's received. But that's what the market is. That's the market. The Atlanta Falcons have talent. They need a quarterback bad. In the market, there was not many free agent quarterbacks out there at all. You had him and maybe Russell Wilson, right? But Russell Wilson was already picked up by the Steelers. And they got that done quickly. So what's left? Kirk Cousins. So Kirk Cousins, knowing that Atlanta needs a quarterback, he set the market. So we can't hate the player, can't hate the game. It is what it is. He got overpaid, but that's the market. That's what the quarterback market is right now. Atlanta is a playoff team that can go far in the playoffs, if you ask me, because they got good defensive players and they got great offensive players. Their problem was quarterback. Their quarterback play was terrible last year. Maybe some of the worst quarterback play in the league last year. It is what it is, man, if you ask me. What about you, Jacques?
Man, I understand, but to break the bank on him like that, and he's coming off of what, an ACL or what, Achilles? What is he coming off,
Achilles,
Achilles?
yep.
Yeah, no, but
Yep.
I told you this. Crazy thing is, Kirk Cousins has been paid throughout his career. He has been paid, okay, and he continues to
Yep.
get paid. So he's a good plug and play right away. Will he be the same after the Achilles? I don't know. And so yeah, man, it's outrageous, expensive, but I understand why they did it because they got the weapons and they trying to win the NFC South, so I get it. So I got this question right here. What do you think about Mason Rudolph?
It's a good pickup, if you ask me, man. It's a low risk deal. 1 year, $3.6 million contract. if he got beat out in as a second quarterback and got cut, it is what it is, right? But I really think it's a pretty good deal, actually. I mean, you bring him in. Teams now carry 3 quarterbacks. You need 3 quarterbacks, so bring him in to
Mhm.
compete for the second job. See what's up. I'm fine with it,
Mhm.
man. I'm good with it. What about you, Jock?
I mean, I'm same. He's proven he can win some games. He was pretty solid with the Steelers. If Will Levis goes down, you have a competent backup. Now, again, this is a whole. Now, people got to remember this. This is a whole new offense that everybody's learning. So everybody started from scratch. So even he's coming in fresh. So it's a good pickup. You didn't break the bank for him. And that tells me a 1-year deal. They're trying to say, hey, what do we have? Is Malik still going to be our
Right.
backup? Like you said, we can carry 3. So yeah, not a bad deal at all. Not a bad deal at all. D Brown says, "What do you think our identity be within the next 3 years, or what do you hope it will be?" So that's a two-parter. So what do you think our identity will be in the next 3 years? Hope.
Um. Well, looking at the players we've just signed, of course, we'll have newer guys come onto the team as far as rookies and things, and still trying to figure out what the coaches want to do. As of today, what I see based on our roster, you know, I think we're going to be more of a passing football team. I don't think we'll just go just straight with the run. Just primarily, first, second down, we run the ball every series. I don't think that's going to be the case anymore. I really think, man, it's going to circle around Will Levis. It's going to be on him. The identity is going to be the quarterback as it is for all teams. And the fact that our quarterback situation has been bad, for several years has been about Derrick Henry. We're one team that, that didn't really have an identity that wasn't the quarterback. We was only one of the only teams that was in that situation. So now you really look to pass the football. So I think, we'll be more of maybe a spread offense. You got 2 running backs that catches the ball very, very, very well. And what I hope it'll be, man, is a winning formula. I think that, looking at the fact that we need to score points, we've had struggles with that over the last 3 years. We don't score points. And you can't win football games if you don't score points. So my
Hmm.
hope is that we can put some points on the board based on the offensive weapons that we have now. We're not just looking at Derrick Henry. Hey, Derrick, do it all for us, bro. Here's the
Mhm.
football. Here's the football. Here's the football. We can spread it out a little bit more, right? Or in passing the ball, D-Hop. That's all we're throwing it to is you, D-Hop. Here it is. So now we have more of a spread offense, man. So that's my hope, man. What about you, Jacques?
So to answer the first part of the question, is you're gonna look at more of a modern offense. We're in the modern era from what we've picked up. You can look at a more speedy offense. The days of running the ball 40 times, that's not over because we're not abandoning the run at all. But the pass will be first. On defense, I'm looking at a more modern defense where we have more we put the focal point on the DBs versus the up front, right? We've seen our up front kill it. But the problem is our DBs we don't have any interceptions. We don't pick the ball off enough. So I'm starting to see the pendulum kind of shift a little bit where we're going into the modern NFL and we want to win by scoring points, like you said. The second part of this question, what do you hope it would be? What I just iterated. I want to see a pass heavy, a pass first offense, run second. I want to see a defense that is a good clean mix, but can cover. I want to see a good covering defense that can cover because the league is a passing league. If you can cover, you can get those sacks. So that's for me, man. So all
Okay.
right, so let's see. Stoner Titan says, "What if Malik beats out Mason Rudolph? Hey, he does it. Then he's achieved. Let me say this: if Malik can beat out Mason, then you've achieved. I honestly think Callahan and that coaching staff is going to focus more on teaching and playing to your strengths versus our previous regime, where they were more of, hey, you gonna do this, you gonna play this, I'm gonna force you to do this, I'm gonna force you more of that old school style of thinking versus the new school. What you think, Hawk? What if he beats him out?
Beat them out. Beat them
Yeah,
out. It wouldn't be a big financial loss for us. And if
right,
Rudolph ends up being quarterback 3, and it is what it is, beat him out. You know what I mean? That means, like you
right.
said, he has progressed in his career.
Mhm.
So hey, I'm whoever's the best out there, win the battle. That's what it's there
Right.
for.
Exactly. Ed Champ says, "Do y'all think Burks will be part of a trade package for Higgins? Hawk, do you think he'll be a trade package for Higgins?"
No, I don't. I don't. I think, I don't think so. I think in order to get Higgins in a trade, we would have to give up probably our second round pick. Cincinnati's going to be like, look, if y'all want T. Higgins, you better give up your second round pick. And I don't think the Titans are going to want to do that because of the fact that we don't have a third round pick and we need
Yep.
players, right? And so we have other needs. Receivers starting to kind of pick up for us, given that we have Calvin Ridley and D Hop. So we have other needs on the team. So no, I don't think so. I think Burke is going to be here.
Yep.
He's still on contract, just like Malik Willis. These guys are on contract. Come into camp. Let's see what you do, right? I think Traylon Burke has an advantage now, unlike in the previous time, because he don't have as much pressure as he had, but he still has to perform, but as a third receiver this time, not receiver one or receiver two. So, no, I don't think so. What about you, Jacques?
It's the same. I don't think it'll be like you said. They're looking for more draft capital than anything. I don't know their draft status and how much picks they got, but each team wants more picks, right? So if it's me, like you said, Burks is a part of this equation. He's a part of this roster, and I know people were giving Burks a hard time, but I think, like you said, if the pressure's not on him, I think he'll perform pretty solid. I mean, a good 800 yards and maybe a touchdown or two, and maybe 60 receptions will be solid for him, right? It's a step up from what he was. So again, I feel like this coaching staff is going to utilize their strengths more than just telling them, hey, just go block, right? It's not no time to go block. It's time to go catch the damn ball. So, yep. Let's see. Tyrell says, who should we pick up in free agency? So I'm going to say this. You got Eric Armstead out there who just got released. We don't have Danico Autry. So we need to find a replacement for him ASAP. I like Eric. I like DJ Reader. Okay. We don't have a Tierra Tarp. So those two would be pretty solid. If you want to bring in both on a 1-year proof of deal, that'd be solid too. You got Chase Young coming in to visit. The thing about Chase Young is he doesn't look motivated, right? Can you get him to play? Can you get him to play to his full potential? Or is it going to be a Vic Beasley type of day? I keep hearing the little Darius Sneed conversation. That would be kind of dope if they can pull it off. But right now, if I'm thinking of now, I want Jerome Baker as also. So those are the three for me to like solidify your defense and kind of plug some of those holes. What about you, Hawk?
I like DJ Reader. Reader was a problem when we played against him when he was with Cincinnati and with the Texans. Reader's a problem. We need a nose tackle. Tierra Tart's not here. We got a bunch of dudes at D tackle right now. I think Reader would be a really good fit. I really want us to look at a safety as well. Now, I'm understanding that Justin Simmons might have already signed, right? Or getting close to signing with somebody. I have to look at that. I hadn't heard it confirmed, but I keep hearing rumors of him going.
I
if
heard
somebody can see that. What's that?
I heard he has visits. He has several teams. He has several teams that's looking at him. He hasn't pinpointed where he wants to go.
The Eagles. Philly wants him. Philadelphia.
But they remove what I heard. They removed themselves from the equation. Correct us if I'm wrong. But since they picked up C.J. Gardner-Johnson, I heard they removed themselves from the equation. But I could be totally wrong.
All right.
But yeah.
Okay. Well, shout out to Mark the Skeptic, man. He kind of put me on game on Justin Simmons here. I'm like, dude, that would be a great pickup because the safeties we have now are Edmonds and Kayvon Wallace. They play hard, but we need a playmaker safety. Justin Simmons is a playmaker. Him and Byard are kind of similar in play, right? Simmons actually covers better. He's more of a playmaker than Byard. Byard's probably a better zone safety, but Simmons covers a lot of ground. He kind of reminds me of an older Jesse Bates for the Falcons. I like Simmons, and I like DJ Reader. I want defense on our next free agent pickup.
Okay. How you feel about Chase Young and Jerome Baker? I think I just gave my spiel on that, man. Jerome Baker, I definitely want to bring him in. Chase Young, if you want a name, I wouldn't break the bank for him. 1 year prove it deal maybe, but I'm kind of cautious with Chase Young. Rashid, yes, I think we should get Justin Simmons. I do.
Yeah.
Stoner says Eric Armstead or Chase. I will go with Eric. Statistically, man, he's better in my opinion.
Yeah.
What about you, Hawk?
Yeah, Eric Armstead all day. Yeah, we got Harold Landry. We have Arden Key. We have defensive ends. We need more swing tackles on defense. So give me Eric Armstead.
Right. RTB asks, if Alt is gone at 7, who do y'all take? Hulk, if Alt is gone at 7, I notice you clamoring for a left tackle. Would you get the kid from Penn State?
Yep. I'm getting another
Or
one
would
from
you?
Penn State.
What if he's gone?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
What if he's just hypothetically speaking, if he's off the board, which I don't
Well,
think they will be.
I'd have to. I like the line. I like the lineman from Georgia, the offensive tackle from Georgia. He's really stepped up. I'm trying to think of his name. The guy from Georgia is really good too, as far as offensive tackle. If any of those three are gone, then we have no choice but to get a receiver. I mean, would be what it is. I doubt if all three would be gone. I would doubt, but if they are, I guess the receiver. So, yeah, you.
Um,
You
Alt's
going to receive
gone.
anyway at the seventh
Yeah, I
pick.
mean, I told you what I'm doing. I'm going
Okay.
receiver. I'm going. I
Yep.
told you I'm loading up, man. I
Yep.
like the way that Callahan and Rand and them are thinking.
Yep.
Callahan, he's already iterated. Hey, we are looking at quick. Yeah, we get some dudes up front, but we quick. And I think that's his thought
Yep.
process, and I'm right along with it. I love my lineman, I do.
Yep.
I want to win with it. But if Joe Alt's there, if we pick him, I ain't gonna be mad because you just solidified your left tackle position for 10 years. Well, let me say this: 5 years
Yep.
plus when you got to pay him again. So either way it goes, I wouldn't be mad. Either way it goes. Sin City Titan, man, go watch the playback, bro.
Appreciate the answers, by the way. They saying Mims, awaken to eternal.com in Kobe, Montana. Appreciate Mims from Georgia. Yeah. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
All right. Yeah, Sin, go watch the playback, bro. We that was the early show, but we excited. Just let me know that. We excited to see the new direction. Trade down in the first round and get picks and the best cornerback on the board. I mean, if we do that too, I ain't mad. You get more picks, definitely ain't mad. Any idea how much cap we have left after really? I think it was it 30 mil? Oh, correct me if I'm wrong. I thought I seen a tweet like
I
that.
haven't checked before. It was at 75 million. So I'm not sure. It's probably in the 30s now. We done spent some cheese today. We went, you ever go to the grocery store and you're looking to buy a few groceries and next thing you know, you got 2 cars leaving, like, oh my God. So that's what we did today. You know what I mean? Went to the grocery store to grab some pizza, some salad, some drinks. And next thing you know, man, we got lamb, we got ribs. Hey, we spent some cheese today.
Yep, we did. Stone the Titan says, let's draft a safety in the 4th round. I am for that. I think that's actually what's going to happen. We're going to load up on the depth pieces in the later rounds, and you probably can get a solid safety with number 4. You probably might not get nothing crazy, but I still would bring in somebody. I would still bring in a safety if it's Justin Simmons, and I will bring in his quote unquote replacement, if that makes sense, right? Because he ain't getting no younger. So it's like the trade-off. It's like, hey, bring him in, you learn behind him for like 1 or 2 years, and here we go. Tony says, what do we think about the Calvin Ridley signing? I love it. How you feel about it, Hulk?
Yeah.
I love
same
it.
here. Yeah.
Like,
I love it. It's
the speed he's gonna be able to take the top off of defense. Man, come on, bro. We haven't had that. Really, if I'm gonna say this, Khalif Raymond, he was our speedster, but we haven't had that like really like a dynamic receiver like him since AJ, really, right?
Yeah,
So
that's right.
Yeah. Let's see.
That's right.
Stanley says, y'all, I think in the near future,
excited about it. It's an unbelievable pickup. Absolutely. Welcome, Calvin Ridley. If you're watching the show, welcome. All right, go ahead, Jacques.
Yeah, no, seriously. Yeah, nah, for real, man. Like, for real. Let me see here. Okay, let's see what we got here. Awaken says out of Rashawn 7 and Breeden Rice receiver or a cornerback at 30. I wouldn't be mad if we got a DB at 38. The kid from Toledo wouldn't be bad. Like, it wouldn't be bad at all, man. Like, again, so there you go. We got $30.4 million left. So we got the Eric trade.
Okay, thank you, Keisha.
Yeah, thank you, Keisha. You can bring in some guys on some nice little small contracts to kind of eat that up a little bit, right?
Right.
You can bring Eric and say, hey, we pay you 2 years, maybe $15 million. Bring in Simmons on a 2-year deal, maybe a $15 million contract just to split it up or make it team friendly, if that makes sense, and just kind of sell it to where, hey, you're going to be playing with some ballers. We got a young quarterback. We got some receivers. We got an offense. We building this, what we plan on doing in the draft. What you thinking? We ain't got no state tax. What's up, my guy? Right?
That's right.
He said, "What about
And to your
Cooper
point,
against?"
Jacques, man, I'm gonna add to this, Jacques, to your point, as far as the salary, right?
Mhm.
We don't have to blow all the money this year. Jacques,
We
you
don't.
said that. You was like, Hawk,
Mhm.
spend cheese now, spend money now. We ain't saying to be just
Mhm.
sitting there cheap, right? You got to spend some bread because Houston is doing it. Amy Adams Strunk is sitting there telling Rand, hey, Rand, hey, they spending money over there, bro. You need to do something.
Mhm.
Rand, like, okay, went to the kitchen, start cutting up, start mixing up the ingredients, boom, start cooking. But you can take some of that paper and go into next year too, man. For real. Yep. All
Right.
right.
Big
Are
facts.
we?
So, how you feel about the Mason Rudolph signing? You probably came late in the show.
Yeah.
It's a good
Yep.
pickup. Good pickup. Good solid pickup. D Brown
Yep.
says, "I know we're going to push Burks to ball out at the slot, but should we entertain Mike Williams? Hawk, how do you feel about Mike Williams?"
I like Mike Williams a lot. Um, I don't really think he fits for what we need right now, based on the receivers that we have. If we sign him, I'm gonna be all right with it. But Mike Williams is gonna ask for some paper too, right? He's gone, but he was about to get paid, so he's gonna expect at probably at least $12 million. So I don't, no, I take that $12 million probably somewhere else. You know what I mean? It really depends on the money. If he's like, look, I'll sign with y'all for $9 million for one season, bring him on in. But anything
I'm cool with
above
that.
12 million or something, I'm good. You?
Okay, yeah. So I'm like you. It depends on the money. It really depends on the money, dog. Like
Yeah.
I'm not finna break the back on no Mike Williams. Does he fit our
Nope.
scheme? I think that's the biggest thing. I think people got to understand. What's our scheme? Our scheme looks like it's speed, speed,
Yeah.
speed, speed. And does he fit in the wide receiver room? That's my thing. Like I know as Titans fans, we tend to do this a lot where any player that gets released from one team, we need to get him, we need to get him, we need to get him, we need to get him. I like Mike Williams, but I just don't think he's a good scheme fit. So that's for me, man. Let me see. Oh, here we go. Tremaine, what up, brother? He says, going to miss the jumbo package with Big Jeff and D. Henry in the backfield, as no team could stop it. If we draft Brock Bowers, could Trigg be moved to fullback? I wouldn't move him to fullback. I actually would keep him at tight end to utilize those weapons that you got, because it's a two-thing weapon, dog. I wouldn't move him to fullback. What about you, Hawk? Would you move him to fullback?
No, he'd be TE2, tight end two.
Right.
You know what I mean? And
Right.
and now, Tremaine, to your point, there's offensive play calls that you can have him at fullback, right? And he can receive, some passes out the backfield. So yes, but I wouldn't have that to say as his primary position. I'd keep him at tight end, maybe as a flex. So yeah, yep,
Right. Nope, I agree.
yep.
Ed Champ, with the moves we made, how many wins do y'all predict we'll have this upcoming season? Hawk, are you in a predicting mood?
Oh, I'm not. I'm not. I don't know yet. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? So I say this: we just won more football games with the players we just signed. We won a few more games. I would say that. Prior to these pickups, I've told Jacques, man, I don't know if we win 3 football games, but I think now with the players we've added, and there'll be more. Some rookies will draft, more deals to be made. I think we'll do more than that. You know what I mean? So no, I don't know. Do you, Jacques?
I'm not in a predicting mood right now. I have to see what our scheme is. I have to see what we're trying to do. I have a vision of what we're trying to do, but can it be put together? I don't even know how Bill Callahan calls plays. I don't know how our defensive coordinator calls plays. I don't know how the coaching staff operates. I don't know how this team gonna play together. That's the thing. I think we
That's
look
right.
at this thing as it's gonna start gelling overnight. This thing's gonna take a couple of games to kind of get this thing rolling, especially when you're implementing a new whole system, a
That's
new
right.
whole offense. We don't even know what the defense we run. Are we running a 3-4? Are we running a 4-3? What are we doing? Right. So I think
Yep.
from just the football mind in my head, it's like, okay, I can't predict nothing now until I see A, B, C, and D. Right. Once I see, especially I
Yep.
can see the preseason. If I can see the preseason, I see us coming in there doing something. You know how I feel about the preseason, Hawk. Some things carry over from the preseason into the regular season. So if I see how fast Will can pick up the offense, how fast the offense is picking up the offense, then that can really make my determination and be like, okay, hey, we gonna win this many games versus this many games. So that's my thought process. Can we do it how Houston did it? Houston picked it up pretty fast. CJ Stroud, pretty solid. So yeah. Let me see. Wagon says, "Are we
Yeah,
in
for
contention
sure.
to winning the AFC South next season? Are we in contention to win
What do you
of
think?
winning the AFC South? What I think?
I'm 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 throwing that to you.
Oh, you'll throw it to me. Good, it's so smooth. Um,
Mhm.
with the players we got, yes, we are in contention because I feel like the Colts haven't really done enough, and I feel like the Colts think they're better than they are. The Jags, they're still in contention by default. Us, we're trending. I mean, you got a nice solid offense now, and the Texans. But if I gotta choose a definitive team right now that I think that can sweep the AFC, that's the Texans. I mean, I know a lot of people don't want to hear that, but we can contend. We can contend for the AFC South. I got to see some more of what we pick up and what we draft. But that's for me. What about you, Hawk?
Right. Yeah, facts no paper, man. Um, we have a boxer's chance, man. It has to be one of them lucky haymakers, man, for us to win the AFC South. I think if anything, we should be trying to push, of course, to try to win it. Duh, that's the goal every year. But I'm saying is, I think, man, it'd be good for us to get to second place in the AFC South. I think Houston
Mhm.
is going to be ready. They went to the playoffs last year with none of these
And
players, except for the
won a
players they already
playoff.
got, and
Right.
they won a playoff game. So you just added to this. CJ Stroud is going to be better next year. So these
Yep.
guys are, Houston is ready. Houston is this is the thing about Houston, folks. It's like, well, how and why are they doing this? You have a rookie quarterback that's playing under a rookie contract. You got a rookie defensive end that's playing on a rookie contract. It's like, y'all, we got something. So when you think of like Joe Burrow, when you think of Tom Brady, you think of Patrick Mahomes, most of those teams got stacked during their rookie contracts. Even Russell Wilson, Ben Roethlisberger, Eli Manning. These are all on their rookie contracts. So when you have that and you got a superstar rookie at quarterback, you go now. You sign people now. Houston was sixth in the league in salary cap space. So you take that money and say, you know what? We're about to spend cheese right now. And Houston is doing that. They've signed damn near half of our free agents off our team. So I don't think we're beating the Houston Texans. I don't think so. So
Yeah.
I think our best move is to try to get it in front of the Jags and the Colts, which can be done. That can be done. We just took
Mhm.
Jacksonville's best receiver, so that can be done.
Yep. Now
Yep.
the AFC
Yep.
South is climbing though. I will say that this division is looking pretty solid. In the next couple of years, this division gonna be one of the top divisions. So just want to be on the lookout.
Right. That's
Spectacular said,
right,
"Are you
man.
comfortable giving a second round for Snead?" I heard a third. I'll give him a third, next year's third. I'm not giving up my second round pick. I'm sorry, I can't do it, man. Um, what about you, Hawk? Are you comfortable with it?
Nope. Nope.
That's what I
Nope.
was thinking.
Of
That's
course, I would love to have L'Jarius Sneed here, man. Of course. But nah, man, second round pick, man. You might pick a franchise Hall of Famer one day, man. So
yeah.
no, not for a second round pick, man. No,
Mhm.
nope,
Yep. And
nope.
and I'm intrigued to see what Rand's gonna do this time in the draft. He's cooking, man. That man is people that doubted him. Please look yourself in the mirror. That's all I got to say. Look yourself in the mirror, man. Stanley says, "I love Henry, but I hope the Ravens know that my guy can't catch, and he'll be off the field with the jacket if they ever fall behind in points and Lamar ain't the best pass." Yeah, that's my thing about Baltimore, man. Is can 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 they use him right? You know what I'm saying? Use him right. Sometimes you get something new and you don't know how to use it, puts you in a bad situation. So if you can use him right, y'all can go deep in the playoffs, but you gotta use him right.
Facts, facts,
Let's
facts.
see. Yes, he did. Rand got Jared looking like a fool. That's your boy, Hawk. He
Oh
got Jared
man,
looking like a fool.
yeah, he does,
Jared's
man.
eating,
Hey, Jared Stillman
got his foot in his mouth.
continues to try to prod Rand for some reason, and man, that's hilarious because I sent a message to Jared Stillman today. I was like, man, listen, man, celebrate, man. You know what I'm saying? This is your team. You shouldn't want to push for negativity. Push for being positive. This is your team. This is who you get paid to observe and to do radio for. You see that he's making moves, man. Shout out to be like, hey, listen, Rand is making moves today, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, listen, I'm not sitting there saying he should just always say Rand is doing great. No, if Rand's not doing something, hey, he needs to be chastised like anybody else because he makes mistakes. There's some things he's done. I'm like, right. But when he's doing something great, highlight that too. You know what I'm saying? Highlight that. Highlight that. So yeah, he did. He had him looking really silly today for sure.
First of all, fuck it there, man. Like Anthony said, grab that like button and head on the lock on and punch it, bro. Hit that
Absolutely.
like. Appreciate you, bro.
Absolutely. Yes.
Kobe
Yes.
said,
Absolutely.
which one stung more, the Derrick signing of Baltimore or the AJ trade? Which one stung more, Hawk?
You ready to hear this, bro? It's not even close. Not even close, if you ask me. It's the AJ trade. Not even close.
I agree.
Because the Derrick Henry signing, we knew it was going to happen. You know, we was already anticipating. We knew that last year. So I wasn't shocked. You know what I'm saying? I was like, well, it's going to happen. You know, I was like, who is it going to be is the question, right? No, I wasn't shocked. No, I'm not shocked at all. I hate to see him go, but no, the AJ Brown was a shockwave throughout the league, man. That's for me. I don't know about if that's how you feel.
No, AJ, because I was in New Orleans when it happened.
Yeah,
I was in New Orleans sipping on some sippy sip, and all of a sudden Hawk called me and tell me AJ Brown got traded. I'm like, what the hell? You blew my enjoyment. Yes, no, AJ trade still stinks to this day. Like you said with Henry, we already knew that was coming down the pipeline. We seen it, the end was coming, right? Sportacular says the Pollard sign and shows we're going with running back by committee approach, which is true. I think we actually started to see that last year when Derrick and Spears was interchanging out. So, yeah. Let's see.
Facts. Yeah, we saw that last year for sure.
So I think the Chargers are the only threat to get off, but maybe they grab a wide receiver since they released Williams. I can see them grabbing a receiver. I can definitely see them grabbing a receiver because they let Mike Williams go.
Well, they still got they have the rookie Quentin Johnson from last year. They're probably going to let go Keenan Allen, but Keenan Allen's going to probably be gone. I think Keenan Allen and Bosa are going to be gone. They might keep Khalil Mack because Khalil Mack is saying that he wants to. He will cut down his contract. He wants to stay with the Chargers, so they might get a receiver. But to your point, they need an offensive lineman. Man, Justin Herbert was on the field and on the ground all season last year. They need linemen bad, so they might pick Joe Alt. That's true.
Yeah, I think they can solidify it. I think they'll solidify they left side with Joe Alt. Man, he's a plug and play. You can plug him and play him right, literally day one, and he can go in there and do his thing. So, but it depends on what happens between 1 and 5, really, because if we give it a flood on quarterbacks, then you got the pick of the litter. Then I don't know. So yeah.
I think folks are feeling that about the AJ trade too. I think other people feeling the same. Yep, Titan overdrive. I feel you, man. I feel you. Anthony Hayes, I feel you too, man. I feel you. I feel you. So, and you know, man, I'm gonna tell you, man, I've been hearing people talking about, well, we should have signed AJ Brown, you know, at that time. Listen, Rand was not the GM at that time. Rand wasn't even a part of our organization, right? Looking at what he did today, he probably would have signed AJ Brown. Right? He probably would have. Like, yeah, bro, I got you, dude. Yeah, here, boom, there you go. You know what I mean? So, you know, would John Robinson sign Calvin Ridley? Probably not. Probably not.
Right.
He probably wouldn't have signed any of these guys. John Robinson was cheap. J-Rob would have signed Dennis Daly again or somebody for $10 million or something. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Trade for him.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Nah, like you said, if you're going to cover the team or if you're going to try to make a statement on the team, please do your research. That was the old regime. This is not the old regime. I've seen a lot of that going on Twitter. Where why would they pay Calvin Ridley and they didn't pay AJ Brown? That's why that old regime is not here to this day. Okay, that's why. Genius. Like, tell me you watch the Titans. Tell me you don't watch the Titans by telling me you don't watch the Titans by tweeting something stupid. It's dumb.
Facts.
Let's see.
Facts.
I'm trying to find it.
We appreciate everybody in the comments, man.
Man, I'm trying to see if I didn't miss anything, my guy.
Jacques, it's been a great man. It's been a great day it's been a great day, dude, of deals.
Yes, sir. Aiden says we seem like we're getting close. Yeah. So again, keep an eye on it. If you can bring him in.
I heard that yesterday.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And I'm
On
just,
like a
I'm just,
2-year deal, man. Bring him in like
mhm. Yeah, I'm keeping an eye on just Twitter to see if anything else crazy happens. Yeah, man.
Yep.
So
Yep. Yep.
yeah,
Yeah, man.
it's gonna be interesting when it happens. Let's see. Man, there you go. No, you 100% correct. There you go.
That's right.
That-
That's right.
Where's J
That's
Rob
right.
anyways? I have no idea. Where's J Rob? Hawk, have you heard from him?
Well, I tell you this, J Rob is probably somewhere. That man is all right. He still made
Yeah,
his money, even on
he
the
showed
contract.
it.
He got fired, but the contract that they had to live up to the contract. So he's, hey, I mean, no one wants to get fired, right? I mean, but he's somewhere like probably on the beach somewhere with his feet up, like, man, I'm good, man. I'll be hired by
Yep.
somebody this coming up somewhere, maybe next year. I'm taking a year or two off probably, but to get
Mm-hmm.
to where he was is going to take some time because
Yep.
he went from great to epic fail in a short period of
Man,
time.
bro. Dog.
Yep. Yep.
Dog. He's hanging with
Hanging with
Braves.
the Braves.
Kobe says, should we go wide receiver? I think we talked about this earlier, Kobe. Hawk is on the alt train. I'm on the receiver train. Like if Neighbors falls through there, man, pick up that joker. Like pick him up because you just can't have too many horses, man. Can't have enough horses in my stable. And I'm just context clues of just hearing which direction they want to go. So yeah, we got Nick Folks back. I'm gonna tell you about Folks too. He's what, 41? How old is Nick Folks? 42,
Yeah, he's in his
41?
40s. He's in his
Okay.
40s.
So eventually you're gonna have to find his replacement. We're gonna have to get younger. We gotta do it this year. We gotta get younger. We gotta get younger fast. So
Yeah.
yeah. And you know
What
what?
up,
If we did
Juggernaut?
get we're joking at it.
He
Where
said
you at?
offensive tackle all day.
Oh
All
yeah, there
day,
go there.
Juggernaut. Yes. Yes. Same for me, man. If all or Fashumu from Penn State is there,
What would you
hey,
do at the second pick, Hawk?
receiver. I'm
Are you
still going
sure?
wide receiver. Yeah. Like I said, I want if Adonai Mitchell from Texas is there, I'm drafting Adonai Mitchell all day, every day, all day. No question about that. If he's available, that if I was in the Titans front office and they come to the second round, pick 38, Titans, it's your turn. Okay, we're ready. Hey, you got 10 minutes. No, I'm ready. That's how fast I would be. Adonai Mitchell, Texas. Boom, hang up the phone, call it. Hey, AD Mitchell. Hey, bro, we got you, bro. Hey, go ahead and tell your family, come to Nashville. We're ready. Receiver all day for me, man. I could be persuaded to corner. I could be persuaded. Somewhat defensive tackle, but I'm going to say receiver. So you say O-line second round for you, right?
Yeah, I did. I said no lie.
All right. All right.
Yeah, that's why if Neighbors is there, man, I can't pass on Neighbors, bro. Like
Yeah.
he's a talent. And the thing about if you do get a receiver at 7, he doesn't have, like you said about Burks, he doesn't have no pressure on him really. He could come
Yeah.
in that third spot or or however they wanted. Man, you're so interchangeable at that point. If you got a receiver, you can say, hey, Calvin, you can line up in the slot. Hey, D, you can play the slot. Or Neighbors, you can go on the outside. You have a lot of interchangeable pieces that I can play with. If I had 3 can't miss receivers, then I still got Traylon. I'm like, Traylon, you just get out there and do your thing.
Yeah.
So
I got a question. I have a question for everybody in the chat, Jock. Okay. I want everybody in the chat, and we're going to pop up your answers up here. For the first round, pick 7, what position would you pick? And in the second round, pick 38, what would you pick? I'm saying offensive tackle, wide receiver. Jacques is saying wide receiver, offensive tackle. We want to know what you all think. You don't have to say name. Just give us position. I want to see what everybody else thinks too, man. And don't let us persuade you. If you want a tight end in the first round or a D tackle in the second round, hey, throw it out there.
Hey, now this is my super wish. I would love cornerback. Give me man. Give me a cornerback all day, bro. I take it because I'm biased because I play a cornerback. So that's why I'm like any day I can give me a DB, but I understand the business piece of it. So let's see what we got.
Who do we got out there?
So
Okay,
we got
D say no
tackles. Daryl going with you. 242. He going a different direction. He says offensive tackle, cornerback. Al P say OT receiver.
All right.
Mr. Jones, he says GM. I think you just coming into the
to the
thing. You're right. We would have a lot of wide receiver plus draft capital if somebody would trade. Yep. I think Stanley, you're going the trade route, right? I think Stanley going to, okay. So Derek's going wide receiver corner. Wow, he didn't pick no tackle, nothing. Okay.
Okay.
We got
Believe 901.
old tackle linebacker. Okay, going
Okay.
linebacker. Wide
Okay.
receiver, then
Linebacker.
O-line.
Okay.
Okay, left tackle
All right.
linebacker. Can y'all,
Team
if we're a
doctor.
linebacker, do me a favor, put which linebacker y'all would pick up because I've been trying to figure out who's the best linebacker in the draft. I know the kid from Alabama is pretty solid, but put your name of linebacker. I'm curious. Offensive tackle, wide receiver. Let me see. Looking for some more people because I'm curious about the linebacker thing. So we're going OT wide receiver.
Okay.
OTD line. Okay, Anthony
Oh,
he
okay.
going in a different
I get
direction. The
you.
D line.
I
Okay.
got you.
Mike Jones, you trolling, bro. Long snapper, really, bro. Come on, bro. Mr. Jones, what you doing, brother?
Dylan's
Dilla's
still on
still
the
on the
roster.
roster. Yes. You know why
Yeah.
Dilla's still on the roster? Because you got a Mr. Callahan at the coaching. He's coaching the line, so they hoping that he can come and bring something out of him. Ed Champ, wide receiver, offensive tackle. Okay. Here, Mr. Jones go again. Backup quarterback. What you want, Mr. Jones? What do you want? What do you want, brother? You want a long snapper, a backup quarterback? Oh, that's funny. Even though I like
That's
Milton
funny.
from UT, but let's see here. I'm trying to see if anybody else gonna come through. But if y'all can place
Okay.
in that everybody that commented linebacker, put the linebacker that you would pick up because I'm
Let me tell
curious.
you this, Doc. Let me tell you the linebackers that I've seen. And of course, just following the mock drafts and stuff, just kind of figuring out some linebackers that I've seen, play. I mean, it was a one linebacker, man, from Michigan that was really good that I saw when they was in the playoffs. Colson was a really good
Yes.
linebacker.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, I hear a lot of people talk about Jeremiah Trotter Jr., right? His dad was a
Yeah.
big-time linebacker in the league, played at Clemson.
Yep.
And then the fastest linebacker in the combine was Peyton Wilson at NC State. And he's a tall linebacker. He's like 6'4" out there. Like, dude is really good. You know what I'm saying? So, but some
Did you
linebackers
see that
out there.
DB who's like 6'4", 6? I think he's like 6'5", playing DB. I think he plays safety, and I forgot who he plays for. That Joker is tall. When I say tall, he's tall. So K Will's switching up for real. He said tight end and receiver. So
Tight
he's
end
sticking with the
receiver.
offensive.
Okay. All right.
Brock Bowers. So I'm guessing
Hey.
you Brock Bowers and Leggett from South Carolina. Have you heard Leggett talk, bro? Boy, that's
No,
one
he talks
country
like he
dude. Man, that
really okay.
Joker country. Man.
Okay.
He said, no, I'm switching it. He said, wide receiver, opposite tackle. Let's see. Okay, is Baker scheduled to come his visit tomorrow? If his visit tomorrow, I
Okay.
can definitely see that. Let's see.
Okay.
So Manny says Joe Alt, Graham Barton from Duke, center who can play left tackle and was born in Brentwood, Tennessee. So you're doubling down on the offensive line. So you said no skill positions until the 4th or 5th or 6th or 7th round.
Wow. Okay.
All
Manny
right,
O,
do
hey, I'm
your
gonna tell you
thing.
something, Manny O. Hey, I get it.
It don't
He wants
it
to
don't
assure, but we just signed a center, so that I would go against that. But
right.
if you're looking for a guard in the second round, I mean, I think that's kind of high. But I get it.
Right.
I know what he's saying. He wants to solidify the line. I get it.
Right. Right.
Yep.
Uh
Trade back to get
yeah, I mean,
Olu
like I
and
said,
Xavier
you
Leggett in
you
second.
you have the offensive line guru in your coaching room on your coaching staff now. So whoever you
That's
bring
right.
in there, he gonna get them right regardless. So
That's right.
if it's Alt, if it's Fasano, if it's anybody that you bring in, he gonna get them right. That's how much
Right.
confidence. That's why I say I don't care if we get him at 7. I don't care if we get him at 38. I don't care if we get him in the 4th round. You're gonna bring them in, they're gonna get them right. So
Facts.
again, Rand is cooking. At this point, usually I would be like, man, we need this. Man, I don't care what we get. We cooking, bro. Rand is cooking. So keep cooking, brother. So far, I
Yeah.
have liked all the movements. I trust that they'll have great. You know what? I am with you, Lou. I'm with you, bro. I think I have. It's weird. I really never felt as confident about drafting, but most of Rand's picks last year hit. If we got to put a number on it, most of them hit. The first 4 hit. So he got more to play with this year. Come on, bro. Come
Yeah.
on, man. We gonna be okay. What Kendrick say? We gonna be all right.
Yep. Yep.
How about Cam Hart from Notre Dame? Is that the DB? I think that is the DB.
Cam
Cam Hart.
Hart.
I think that's the DB. Correct me if I'm wrong. Cam Hart.
Okay. Not
Uh,
I have no idea who
yes,
that
he's the
is
DB.
right offhand.
He's the DB. He's the DB. He's the one that
Okay.
said he shut down Marvin Harrison Jr. I think he only had like 2 catches or what. Yes, I like him. I like Cam.
Okay.
Yes, he got good size. He's 6'2". 6'2". A good what is it? Maybe on 190. So he had a hell of a combine, bro. Yeah, the hell yeah. If he drops in a second, man, yes, 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 yes. So what is more frustrating, an offense that can't score or a D that can't stop no one? Oh, that's a hell of a question. What
An
frustrates you the
offense
most?
that can't score. An offense
What's your
that can't
ick?
score. Yeah. An offense that
I
can't
agree.
score. An offense that can't
I
score.
agree.
Yep.
I agree. And
Sometimes
I'm
with
not
defense, man. Yep. So this is why I look at it with this question. Good question, 242. Sometimes, man, your defense at times, even if they don't stop anyone, sometimes the offense that they're going against can make mistakes, turnovers and things like that, where it's like we didn't even really have to do anything, right? But when you can't score, no defense wins championships. Yes, I do agree with that. But man, what's frustrating as a fan, as a person that loves football, is a team that wins, even if they don't win, they're scoring 13 points a game, 14 points a game. That's frustrating, man. That's frustrating for me. You know, it's both are frustrating, but man, you got to score some points, man. That's been our problem. That's why we hadn't made the playoffs in 2 years, man. So you, Jacques,
scoring points. I can deal with a defense that can't stop because if I got a deep offense that can score points, we can at least keep up with them.
yeah,
Kind of look at it.
yep, yep,
Let's see.
yep.
Let's see. He said, "Would y'all rather trade Snead or take Quentin Mitchell from Toledo?" Ooh,
What you think, Jacques?
Quentin Mitchell. I'm not giving up my second round pick. I'm just not doing it. I'm not doing it. I give you a third.
Yeah,
I give you a third. I give you a third. I give you next year's third. I'm not giving. I like my second round picks. Like you said, Hall of Famers could come out of second round, bro. So no,
right.
I like my third. What about you?
Yeah, no, I'm not giving my second away either, man.
Nah.
Because we don't have a third round. We don't have a lot on the backside of the draft. If we had that, then yes, I would be open to it. But we still have, ladies and gentlemen, yes, we have our free agents, but let's not get it twisted. You're not going to fill every hole in one off season. It doesn't work like that. And there's still a lot of holes that need to be filled. So we need as much young talent as we can. So no, I ain't going nowhere. I'm holding on my second pick. Like I'm trying to hold on to the hair that I don't have anymore.
So, what up, Dave, man? He says the Tannehill contract count as a hit towards the cap. I don't think it does. Does it, Hawk?
It doesn't.
I don't think it does.
It doesn't.
Yeah,
He's an
yeah, it does.
unrestricted free agent. It doesn't. Nope.
Yep.
That's free money gone. That money is gone. His last deal was last year. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
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 This is the most flexible draft that I could see us having, dog, and I'm so excited about it because we could go anyway. So no, I'm like you, bro. My second round pick is very valuable. Third, I give you next year's third. I definitely give you next year's, and he's younger too, and what he was able to do in the Senior Bowl, it really solidifies. He might not make it out the first round, dude. Like to be honest with you, especially a team that's super loaded and just looking for cornerback help. And he might go early. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't even know he'll be there. Yeah, that's like even with Aiden Mitchell. I don't even know if he'll be there. Like it's very tricky. Very tricky. We don't know what's going to happen.
At 6'4", he ran a 4.3, man, in the 40, dude.
Yeah, he might not be there,
moved him up, man. That moved him up for real.
He might not be there.
Yep.
Let me see. Does the really signing include a third round pick from Jags? And I think the Jags have to give their third round pick back to Atlanta.
To Atlanta.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, they got to give it back to Atlanta. It doesn't include us, unfortunately.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
So do you think?
Oh,
go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. Al.
I want to throw another question out there for those in the chat, man. So we've talked about Derrick Henry and Mr. Jones. We're going to answer that question because that's exactly where I'm headed in this question. How do you all feel about Derrick Henry going to the Baltimore Ravens, or just in general? How do you all feel that Derrick Henry, the King Henry, is no longer a member of the Tennessee Titans? How do you all feel? You can make a comment. You can put an emoji on there, whatever. I want to know how you all feel about it. All right. What did Mr. Jones say, Jacques? Sorry about that, bro.
He said watch Henry run for 2,000 yards in Baltimore.
That ain't happening, bro.
I don't think he will. He's a little bit old, man. He trolled. I know. Mr. Jones funny.
Yeah, that's not
yeah, I don't think 2,000, but it's crazy. And again, this was going to happen. You had to prepare your mind for this to happen. This was going to happen. Unfortunately, right? Kobe, you silly, man. He said he's dead to me. He is dead to me.
T.K. Barber, right? What he said about Saquon.
Man.
He's dead to me. Yeah.
He is dead to me.
Ran the king out of Nashville, Mr. Jones. Is that what he said?
Well, you know what? Rand tried to trade him.
His foot every morning. Yeah.
Yeah, he's with the enemy now, man. I love Henry, but those really shows me that all on the development of Levis and believe in him and want to see what he's about.
Yeah, that's right. So folks, I know. When you have a Gator running a Tennessee team, that's hilarious. Someone ran Carthon, Florida Gator. That's hilarious, man. That's funny. Mr. Jones.
That is hilarious. That's funny.
Yeah. We got what's this? What does it say here? I love Henry, but this really shows me that they're all in the development of Levis and believe in him and want to see what he's about. I feel you on that.
To be
everyone,
honest with you,
everyone.
Let me say this. I'm gonna add to that. Yeah, they want to see Levis do his thing, but I also think they want the entire team to go in a different direction. It's airing it out, and it includes Levis. You know what I mean, and the speed behind it. And I would love to see the King in that, but I just think the King wasn't gonna fit in his offense. Like I think he said he could try, but it's just hard, man. You know what I mean, and there go Josh. Yeah. He says it's time for him to go and try to win a ring. He did numbers here, and I always respect. And I think I'm there. I'm like I want to see him succeed. He's done his numbers here. He's done his thing here. Man, go somewhere where you can possibly win a ring. Now I don't know if it'll be with the Ravens per se. I would have tried to get to the Kansas City Chiefs if I want to win a ring. But to say the least, I still like the Ravens. I respect them. But in the same breath, man, get your paper and then try to win you one, bro. Like try to win you one. He got 2 years to do it because after them 2 years up, he's done. He's done.
Facts.
He is done. Like, and I know a lot of people don't want to hear that, but he really got 1 year to do it, to be honest with you. And that's next year. The contracts too. Yeah. But you got 1 year really, bro, to go ahead and try to show what you're about, dog. Let's see.
Yep.
We'll take a couple more and then we're gonna get up out of here, Pete, ladies and gentlemen. He says, I love Henry, but the ops now, I can't wish him luck for a Super Bowl win.
I hear you, T-Dub. I hear you, man.
I feel you.
He said, the ops now. He the ops. He Henry the ops now, man. You did?
And you know what, Sportacular? I'm with you. We could have got capital for him if we would have traded him. But you know, it's crazy. I think Amy's the one who vetoed that trade.
Okay.
Just saying.
I had wondered what happened.
Yeah, what I've heard is she vetoed the trade. They said Rand had it ready. He told Henry too. He was like, "Hey, I'm gonna send you to the Ravens." Whoop. Amy was like, "Nope, go ahead and take that back. Don't do your thing. We out of here." So
yeah.
Let's see, Tennessee tactical.
This is my thing. This is the reason why. I think this did not happen. I think Amy and Rand said to Derrick Henry, "Listen, we're not going to trade you because we want to give you the opportunity to decide on where you want to go." So they could have traded him to wherever, but it's like, you've been arguably the greatest franchise player ever. So go be free, do your thing. Now that takes it from a business to more personal. And Derrick Henry probably appreciates that. At least that's my opinion on it, the way it looks, because there's no other. It's kind of like, okay, why didn't we not trade for him? Absolutely, we should have traded him to whoever, right, from a business standpoint. But Derrick Henry got to choose. It was his choice.
Yep.
It wasn't a trade. It was a free agent signing. So that's just my thoughts on that.
Right.
Yep.
And I was thinking this too, because if we did play them in the playoffs, everybody would be expecting them to beat us, and it'd be ironic if we beat them. It'd be funny.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So we'll go one or two more questions, y'all. We appreciate everybody in the chat, man, giving these fire questions and comments, man. As always, man. You know what I mean? It keeps us smiling, man. We
At least he
enjoy
didn't
it.
go to
And the
Houston.
fact that you all know what you're talking about, man. You know what I mean? We're talking to people that are very knowledgeable and love the Titans, man, just like we do. You know what I'm saying? So that's what makes it great on this show. We have the best, man.
Yep.
Yeah, at least he didn't go to Houston. That's right.
That's what I'm okay with. If we would have went to Houston, I kind of would have been pissed off. I'm like, nah, we gotta see the Joker 2 times out the year. Nah, bro, I'm good.
Facts. Yeah. Facts. So we'll go one or two more questions, folks.
Yeah, throw that last question out there. We can go ahead and get up out of there.
Cook ran. Cook ran.
So we talked about this earlier, Tremaine. So you said how you feel about the Nico Archer going to Houston. It sucks because the Nico is pretty solid, man. He's sneaky good, and just to see his food twice a year, and that's really gonna have to get. Yeah, I'm not. That's one move I didn't like. One move I didn't like. Yep. What about you, Hawk?
Yep. That's how I felt about it. No words. That facial expression is how I felt about it. That's exactly how I felt about us losing to Nico Archer, man. For real. So Yep.
No.
Yeah.
No, big facts.
So, we'll go one more question, y'all. Cook ran, Cook. Ran's in the kitchen. Ran is cooking. Cook ran, Cook.
Let me see.
Let's get this team better, man. Let's get some players up in here, man. Let's get to Nashville, man. Get the let's get to it, man. Let's turn this thing around, man.
Hell, even if we do win a Super Bowl, people still be pissed off how we did it. You can't never make everybody happy, man.
Yep.
That's the funny thing. Let me see. I don't see any more. Y'all got any? He said Rand's cook. I don't know if y'all have a conversation, but
Mr. Jones got smoke for Rand.
Yeah.
Woo. Mr. Jones.
That's
okay.
That's Derek Stillman's burner account. So Joshua says, I don't know if y'all have this conversation, but what's y'all thoughts on Chase Young? I'm cautious. Let me say that. I'm very cautious on that particular move because I got to see more effort out of Chase Young, and I just feel like Chase Young is what Chase Young are you gonna get? The rookie Chase Young, or you get the one that played for San Francisco last year, right? The one that was in Washington, right. just lollygagging. So I mean, it depends on the money. I think we said it earlier, Hawk. It depends on the money. If you bring him on like a 1-year deal, I'm okay with that. You can interchange them out and do what you got to do, but I don't see too much coming from that. What about you, Hawk?
It 1-year deal, Jacques. I'm not really too amped up about Chase Young. And Mr. Jones, to your point, that's what I told Jacques yesterday. It gives me Jadeveon Clowney vibes. So I'm not too amped about it, to be honest with you.
And it gives me Vic Beasley vibes. Like I mean, they can bring him in, but I mean, he played in the Super Bowl last year and he didn't do nothing. So I just don't expect him to come here and really just do anything. So
his injuries really hurt. I hate it for him because Chase Young was unbelievable before his injury. That injury really hurt Chase Young. You know what I'm saying? So he's definitely an NFL guy for sure. But to sign him for big dollars, he's gonna have to sort of prove it to make more money. You know what I mean?
Right. Exactly. So appreciate you, Kobe, watching the show. Hawk, I guess we can go ahead and wrap this thing up, brother.
Man. Okay. All right. Well, listen, we appreciate everybody tuning in on the show, man. At one point, we had 91 folks on the show, man. So listen, we always appreciate y'all tuning in, man. Listen, we have a show tomorrow on Bleacher Report. So if you have not been on Bleacher Report, man, download the app today. Pull up Tennessee Titans, man. Follow us. We're on there. Our shows is on there as well, too. You can always check us out here on YouTube. If you have not subscribed, for sure do that. Check us out on Twitter, Titans Weekly 24/7. Check us out on Instagram at Tennessee Titans Weekly, man. Hey, we are in those internet streets, and we're on Apple, Spotify. We're out there, man. Check us out.
Yep.
For sure.
Yep. And when y'all do check us out, man, hit the likes button, share button, subscribe, all that good old stuff, man. Like Hawk said, we'll be on Bleacher Report tomorrow. So if y'all ain't doing nothing, man, you at work, just want to listen in, come in, show your face, throw a chat in there, man. And we, of course, we're gonna continue to talk Titans. So I'm checking my phone every like maybe 30 seconds to see if anything else came through. We got any more heat? I don't know if I'm just being optimistic right now, but yeah, man. So hey, Hawk, it's fun. We haven't had a chop up in a while, man. Take us out, dog.
All right, man. Well, listen, we hope you all have a great rest of your day. Tune in tomorrow with us as well. Might be some more free agents getting signed tomorrow too, man. If it is, we're going to talk about it for sure, man. So have a great day. Have a great rest of your week. And as we always say and as we always do, Jacques, facts.
No paper.
Cook ran.